Good morning and welcome to Gulfstream today. Brian Nadeau and Samantha Perry with you as we wrap up our second consecutive just huge weekend here at Gulfstream Park. Holy Bull Day did not disappoint yesterday. We'll get to it in the lightning round. 5 stakes, 4 of them graded, and boy, that was a fun day racing.
Oh, it was days like yesterday, and we'll talk about it more later, but remind us of why we're in this game.
Yeah, not working yesterday. Just having a whole heck of a good time. Yeah. I'll tell you what, thank you for everybody out here. Thank you for everybody betting as well. It was a mob scene out here yesterday. Boy, there was a lot of people.
Yeah, I think they thought it was Pegasus last week. This week, yeah, it was great. And
it was
beautiful.
Really cool
like,
to see.
Could not have asked for a better day. Just all around clean, safe, fun racing, and just that's what you like.
Yeah. Now, unfortunately, we're coming right to us, so that means we could ask for a better day today. We'll see how the weather, and we're all down here and everybody knows about it. Could be rain in the forecast. It is South Florida. It could just blow right past us.
Or we could blow off the stage.
We could blow off the stage, too. Our buddy Dennis is batting down the hatches, but we're starting fast. We're starting firm, and we'll see where we go from there. And that Rainbow Six, boy, did they send it in yesterday.
Oh, huge.
My goodness, I think they bet $250 in it yesterday. So here's our estimated pool today. I love it. As we know down here, it does not take long. Somebody hit it Friday, and we golf clap to them. But, boy, did they fire yesterday. Every horizontal yesterday was huge, and I don't see any reason why they won't be today, and that includes the early pick 5, which we'll take a look at now, and that pool will grow. I think yesterday it was over 700,000 or 800,000, just 1,350 for me. I'm pretty tight here early on, 3 deep in the opener. Race number 2 is the 2 fighter in the win. Back-to-back singles, as you see there. Short number on Bandero in race 3 and race 4. That is my best bet. Today, Goats on a Tree, Ronnie's favorite horse, and he'll be with us a little bit later on. And then in race number 5, it is the 3 for me on top. Mike Denny and Paco, I don't know if I'm getting clever there. If they're going to bet that horse, we will see. But that's $1,350 for me. And the opener, we go 5 on the Tapeta. Not a lot of scratches and changes for Pete upstairs. We like that on a 9-race Sunday card. And we just got the exacta reversed here in the opener. 12-5 maiden claimers going 5 on the Tapeta, and you'll go with the 2 Queen Honesty.
Yeah. So the past 2 days, and I'm going to speak for you here, the Tapeta, if you have not been in front, routing, sprinting, you name it, at the top of the stretch, you're not going to make up that ground here. It's just been that way. Queen Honesty is going to have a problem with that here today.
I was going to say, so why did you pick her?
Well, that was before.
Yes, sir.
We did this last Wednesday, So take that for what it's worth. Literally last Wednesday is when we did this.
Literally.
So, and it changes a lot.
It does.
So just keep in mind of that. But this race, to me, I can speak for you. I don't have any opinion.
No. It's a tough one. And there is rain in the area, and you've heard us talk about it quite a bit. That Tapeta can really tighten up out there, and then it gets even more speedy. Sometimes it even gets inside, which you know is never really a good thing. But that's in play today as well. Listen, the 4, my wife knows it all. I mean, if this horse can run a little bit, got a big shot. There's no doubt about it. Sandino Hernandez, we know how good he's been here. Everything he sent out live. He doesn't have the stats to back me up here as a first-time starter, but he hasn't run a lot of horses. I'm going to tell you what, it's so early in the betting. If this daughter of Anchor Down is 5-1 by post time, I'd be very, very leery of her.
Yeah, she sold for $30,000, so they're not really getting that. It's not a huge thing.
Right.
She worked 21-4 at that sale. It was a really dead track at that sale, though, in Maryland. So I think that she just got a little tired on a dead track. That was last year, though. So,
I mean, if you didn't put Fumblerooski in there, you really don't like her, huh?
No, not today.
Joe Orsino's going to try to win the last yesterday and the first today. Congrats to them and DJ and all that. It was cool to see. We'll get into it a little bit later with Hades. Early pick 4 kicks off in race number 2. We're on a firm turf course, 4-year-olds and up here, $35,000 claimer. Non-3 or a race since August 4. I've got the early pick 4. I'll send that out, but Samantha's got the tropical turf pick 3. That was well over 100,000, I think, in that pool yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was. And this spot here with my ticket, again, we'll keep note of the weather here. I kind of felt like the horses that I picked could have gone either way. The 2 here, fighter in the win. Interesting. For some reason, I must have messed that up. Race 5 here. This was a rework for me, but I did always have the 3 Egitima on top for Mike Denny. And in race number 9, please don't kick me off the set, it's Prevalence on top.
That's impossible, but I will not kick you off the set. Big scratch in race 5. Money in Motion is out, and that's the one where Samantha said had to rework a little bit because that horse was a major player. Let's get into here. You have the 4 on top.
Yeah, I'm
right?
not sure what
Read
happened
on.
there. Yeah,
We'll get that fixed.
Yeah.
We're on the turf again, mile and 16th. Firm turf course has started out. You go to the 4, Read On, who's got a chance to control things, I would think.
That's what I'm hoping for. I just feel like maybe this Dale Romans barn is kind of picking up its feet a little bit now, and this is a big drop-in class here. What are we going to get? You know, you look at the Churchill turf races and they weren't good. And honestly, that's a good thing in my opinion because if they're running good on the turf course at Churchill, they're not running good here. And if they're running bad, they're running better here. Yeah,
I don't disagree with it at all. I mean, we've talked about it time and time again. You just can't trust good or bad off the Churchill form. I'm with the 2, Fighter in the Wind. I mean, hopefully your horse and my horse don't hook up early and often. It's going to be a problem for both of them. I think my horse kind of she went fast last time, but he did, excuse me. But I think on turf, maybe a little more tactical. Off the claim for Rohan Crichton. Irad is here. I mean, very logical, right?
Very.
Yeah, and you're going to try to split him up with the 6. Lorenz for Safi. What do you make of this horse? We'll have to get a look at this one out there. First time gelding. We have not seen Lorenz in well over a year.
Yes, it's been some time. He's now gelded. The works have been quite well for this old pro, and now he's just back. If you want to take him, take him. They're not giving him away, though.
No, and I think that is a positive sign, and Safi, is good at everything he does, so I would think he's ready to fire in here. Race number 3, we'll go a mile and 16th on the Tapeta. These are 12-5 maiden claimers here. It's a clean field of 7, and a very short number on Bandera, who we're going to show going at it with Paradise Drive last time, 2-3 last time.
Yeah, and this race here, thank you guys, Gambling Holiday was a maiden special weight dropper for Todd Pletcher. You see those silks, Rapoli silks there, and they're hard to beat them when you're in the front like this. Bandero ran very, very well, though, and that was just the first start off the claim. I feel like this horse, he's still lightly raced. He's got a big shot to run well here. Paradise Drive actually ran huge this day. Do you trust that race coming back? I mean, he ran huge in a sense of better than everybody else, but he was tiring at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't possibly think he could run any better than that, and that's why Bandero is a very, very short number in a spot like this. We're everywhere else in between, though, and I guess that's good. All right, let's talk about over the surface. 6-5 at Tampa in a special way, and he still hasn't finished that race yet, and now you can get him for 12-5. They paid $200 for him. Yikes.
Yeah, not the way you want to be in this spot, but hey, cut your losses and move on down the road here. He's going to have to, show something.
Yeah, and to be fair, Mike Rapoli and Vinny Viola are okay with, as you said, cutting their losses. Listen, it's not a horse for the program. You know, maybe we win one here and that's it. Somebody wants to grab him, so be it. But, it is what it is. Those are connections where if it doesn't work out, they're very quick to drop, let somebody else grab them here. So 3 down, 9 of them for you today. When we come back, that rainbow, and you saw it earlier on, that estimated pool, almost $250,000. Stay tuned.
And they're off.
New DRF All Access Past Performances. With one best-in-class product, you now get all 3 past performance formats. Easily switch between views. Access the most trusted information in horse racing with DRF All Access Past Performances. Go to DRF.com and use coupon code 1FREEPP for a free single card today.
And welcome back to Gulfstream today. Brian and Samantha with you. 9-race card here for you as we wrap up Holy Bull weekend. Just 2 massive weekends here at Gulfstream Park. And thank you to everybody for firing along the way. We really, really appreciate it. Rainbow 6, as I mentioned before the break, estimated pool of 2.25 here. And boy, did they bet yesterday. We'll see what we get today. We'll take a look at Ron's ticket. And Ron will be out here with us a little bit later on. There we go, the 4320. for Ronnie. He's got that single in race number 7, and that is the 4. And let's check out who that is. One Sharp Cookie. Yeah, going to be very, very short number for Safi in that spot. And then a 4x3 late double for Ronnie. We call that the playbook, 43-20. Great to see him back on Rainbow Six duty yesterday. And as I said, he'll be out here, with me for the opener. He's in the bullpen right now, but here we go now in race number 4. We'll go $170 on the Tapeta. We're routing here. It's a starter optional claimer for the 3-year-old fillies. And again, Pete's upstairs. Not a lot to do. We do not have very many scratches on the card today. That is great to see. My best bet is in here, and you're with me as well. Goats on a Tree. I just feel like, and then I'll throw it to you, this horse won in a maiden special weight.
Yeah.
All these others in here, maiden claimers.
Yep, Lasix goes on as well. A nice outside draw. Going to have to show a little bit more speed, I think, today, but she looks logical.
Yeah, and I think the other good thing, too, is you don't have Sadie the Goat anywhere. I think they're going to bet her because she is a 2-time winner, and she did break her maiden here on the Tapeta. I mean, maybe I'd probably overprice Goats on a tee. She's probably going to be lower than that, than 2. But she just seems like if you need a single, I think maybe that's the one. Skinny Cosmo, though, very game in victory last time, albeit on the turf.
Well, let's watch that because this was
bizarre.
This was crazy. So she did her thing where she took the lead easily. She got out to the here and said, I don't know, guys. She pulled herself up almost. And then she sees the other horses coming and takes off.
I talked to Junior after he was walking through, and I was passing by. I said, never in doubt, huh? Never in doubt.
Yeah.
And, all kidding aside, when she leveled off and when she wants to run and when her mind is on business, she's pretty darn fast, and she tries.
Yeah, she did. She just beat Maidens that day.
Yeah.
She's got speed. Now, granted, that was 2-turn turf speed, but still, maybe you got Luis Saez on. You can bet that he's going to be the whole way. Come on, let's go. Let's go.
You could literally see it, as Samantha was saying, that she pulled herself up, and then you could see her get back. Get going
here we go.
Yeah. So I mean, you don't see that often. Kind of cool. And to her credit, she found it again.
Yeah.
So, and to Junior's credit too, to keep her going.
No kidding.
Because that could have went way wrong there. On the turf in race number 5, we are late pick 5 time here. It's a maiden 25 claimer. The 3-year-olds here. This is the big scratch on the card of very, very few. The 4 Money in Motion is out, as well the 8 Papalote, who would have taken a little money too. We're both on the same horse, and I have a feeling, I don't know if I missed this one or not, that regardless, especially with the scratch now, the 3 at Tima is going to be a lot lower than 8.
Yes. Here's my late pick 5 ticket. This race, tricky. You see my single there in race 7. That is One Sharp Cookie. I really do like this horse today. Low-hanging fruit for my best bet, but I'm going for it. Race 8, the 1 Opponent's Hope. I do have on top for Eddie Pliza, and then again the 3 Prevalence. It's a $54 play, and we'll keep you updated, on the track situation and whatnot. But at Chatima, gelded, first-time Lasix, was a Shadwell homebred. Brendan Walsh debuted this horse at Indiana. Brendan doesn't really send his best horses to Indiana to run. I will say that. But here's the thing. They bet this guy here. Mike Denny has had a little bit more time, smaller outfit than Brendan. Shadwell horses never win first time out, it seems like. And the dam won 2 races going long on the grass. Yeah. Maybe this is just what she needs.
First and third place finisher come back to win out of that race, too.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ben. And we are officially off the turf today, okay?
Yeah.
You can see it behind us. It's not supposed to get any better.
As you say that,
as the thunder comes in, we are off the turf today, okay? So now, again, Samantha's tropical turf pick 3 will revert to the Tapeta. Still a go. That is race 2. Right here in race 5, and then also, boy, the finale was a good one. That is really unfortunate. Race 9 now off the turf. Now Pete will have some work to do, most likely, a few scratches. But the beauty of the Tapeta is not a lot do scratch, so we'll just see. We'll have to listen to him as they trickle in. I'll give them to you. He'll give them to you. Yeah. Again, race 5 now off the turf today. It's not going to change any of my picks in here, probably speak for you as well.
Yeah, when you get too much into that, it kind of can get a bit tricky.
Yeah, there are. Now, with that being said, we can just kind of thumb through this race really quickly. There are horses that are going to move up. Horse like the 2, Sting Music, a horse like the 7, El Matador, horses, Old Flag. certainly.
Yes.
On the
yeah,
outside.
that have the Tapeta experience.
Yeah, who was a fade on the turf, but now have Tapeta experience. So, again, we'll get updates as they come in, and Pete's upstairs as well. Late pick 4 now kicks off in race number 6. That is on and always was on the Tapeta. These are 4-year-olds and up, 12.5 claimers in here, 5.5. We'll take a look at my late pick 4 ticket quickly here. And, again, just $8 for me. Just the one turf race at the end of the card. And I can tell you all my picks stayed the same in that race. We'll just run with it. If there are scratches, we'll get to them.
Yeah.
Samantha's pick prevalence probably moves up in there. I'll say that. But let's get back now to race number 6 on the Tapeta in here. And same pick for us both. Gins and Tins. This is an interesting horse. Scooter Davis starting this horse. Pretty high percentage trainer.
Yeah, what do you make of him? I just think that, and I'm going to speak for you with this, that the rest of the field, we've seen everything that they can do, and it's really nothing to write home about, and this is a new shooter here.
Well, not only that, but the heavy morning line favorite is the 4 Adios Asher. You're just going to toss him completely.
Yeah.
Where you been? He hasn't been out since June. If he runs his race, he might win by 9 lengths, but boy, that's a big question mark here off this break.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the Hertak barn has been struggling. You try to underlay down on the inside. Hey, listen, we talk about this a lot. Never a bad thing to come in off a win. Leon McCannis we like, but where you been too?
Exactly,
July.
yeah. He's been away.
Been away. So that's another reason why. Very logical horse for both of us. Race number 7, flat 1-turn mile. We'll work on the track conditions as we get to them here. On the main track here, these are 3-year-olds, maiden optional claimer. The Florida Breds do not need to be in for the 50. Long shot scratch of the 7, Bourbon Warrior. And this is one sharp cookie to throw away, that's for sure.
Well, let's watch the replay because this was the replay I watched and why I bet Real Macho yesterday, who won, beat some crazy people out there were saying an early Derby horse of Todd Pletcher's yesterday. Real Macho was the outside who beat the aforementioned horse, Steam Horse, yesterday. But One Sharp Cookie ran really well here. Second time out this day, did all of the hard work on the front end. Real Macho kind of got a nice little trip. I mean, we saw Real Macho yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Born Noble did run very well yesterday,
no,
too.
But it was still,
This was Real Macho was 25 to 1 for a reason, though.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
but it was still a big effort.
Yeah, it was a big effort. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, we'll see what happens going forward. That was a big effort.
This horse did more work than Real Macho.
100%. Yeah, this horse could be 1 to 5 in here now, especially now what we know in hindsight. Real Macho coming back to beat a horse that was 1 to 5 yesterday. From there, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
Iris's Dream, I thought, ran okay in a fast race behind Roar Ready, and then you've got Cajun Fool. This is a better group than the one he ran against last time, I think.
It is, yes, but maybe this is a horse that's just kind of getting back on track here.
Added Lasix last time, picked it up a little bit, so we'll see what we get there. But a very, very, the most likely winner on the card in race number 7.
Yes.
Back on the Tapeta in race 8, it's an optional claimer for the Florida Breds here. 3-year-old fillies going at it at 5 furlongs. We finally differ a little bit. You're down on the inside with Epona's Hope.
Yeah, so let's watch the replay because there are a few of them coming out of this race. Epona's Hope, Avellino, Kyara that day. She's ended up that was her second win in a row here. Looks like this is going to be a similar day, maybe not by 3:37, but Avellino just kind of is what she is at this point. She dueled with the winner on the inside. Epona's Hope ran well here on the outside. Was in the left lead here, didn't switch till boom right there. I thought this was a big effort here.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, she's going to have to work out a trip from the rail here, which is a little bit of a worry. But blinkers go on today as well. Maybe that gets her in the race a little bit more. Paco is here, and he's ridden her now twice in a row.
Yeah.
So she's very, very logical in here. Breezero is just aired last time.
Yeah.
She's on the outside. I think that's a positive. You're going to have 2 heavy favorites in here, Bedrock Birdie as well.
Yes. Bedrock Birdie, first off the claim. They paid a lot of money for this horse here. First time Lasix. Jose D'Angelo can move the horse up.
Yeah, and she's pretty good. I mean, she's got a couple wins on Tapeta as well. So we were wondering if somebody grabbed her last time, and Jose said, yep, I'm in there. So, look out here. This is a barn that we've seen very, very proficient at moving them up. Race number 9. Now, again, we are off the turf here. You can look behind us and see why. So we'll revert to the Tapeta in race 9. And if there's any scratches, Pete's coming up, or we'll get them to you throughout the day. This is a good one. Optional claimer for 4-year-olds and up in here. Big, robust field. I have my long shot. The 11, that's right, is out of this race. I have my long shot script. That's kind of not as confident anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, why wouldn't you pick Prevalence? He's running, so you have to pick him.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, script seems like a horse to me that would scratch in a spot like this.
It could be. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
But we'll see what happens. Yeah, Prevalence, okay. With this horse, he's such a frustrating horse because he's really good when he wants to be, and then he's not.
He did. I'm not going to beat him up for that. We have no idea what we're going to get on the turf, and certainly not on the Tapeta either. So we'll see, and he's in the mix in here. See if he's live and taking money. Again, I've got the 7 script. That's it for me. Is that it for us? I don't know. We'll see who's. Oh, there we are. We're back. Hey, hi everybody. We're back, baby. I don't know. Yeah, again, we're off the turf, so all bets are off here. Yes, I'm free.
Quite literally.
Kind of literally, maybe gonna fade a little bit. Let's jump into the lightning round real quick, and then we'll bid you a fond adieu for now at least. We gotta go through this though. It was so cool to see Hades.
Amazing.
The return of the 2-year-old champion, fierceness, and Hades beat him on the square.
This was so impressive. There was not a dry eye for either of us. But this horse looked fierceness right in the eye after being passed on the far turn and came back. And was still green and doing so. You could see he was looking at things on the inside. Paco kept him going too. He said, "I wanted to see what else he had. I wanted to make him go more." And
exactly what he did in his other win against Florida Breds. And he finds a gear late. I talked to Joe Orsino. Credit to him and the team, DJ Stable,
and
their partners. It was really cool to see. And we'll see what happens. Joe said we'll see about the Fountain Youth, but obviously the Curlin Florida Derby on March 30th is the bullseye on the calendar right now. Derby points are in the bag as well, so just hope springs eternal.
It does.
Fierceness was not good at all.
Nope, and I tried to give City of Light a bit more credit, maybe with the second crop.
Yeah.
But I think that your initial gut feeling is what to take there.
Fierceness is a weird horse now. He's got 2 monster races surrounded by 2 not very good races. So I don't know if he's got that Jekyll and Hyde. We'll see. I saw Mike Rapoli tweet. He came out of the race in great order.
Which is
That's
good.
all that really matters at the end of the day. A couple of turf stakes that were won. Brendan Walsh got off not the duck, but the barn's been struggling. So it was good to see First World War. And Life's an Audible. I think we expected better yesterday, and she delivered it.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I was a bit too hard on her. Had her 4th. I was kind of really against her, and she ran big here.
Yeah. You can see Chad Brown's horse. Chad, the horse I want out of the Holy Bull going forward is Chad's horse.
Yep.
And then here's First World War. The versatility that Brendan's got with this horse is really impressive.
Yeah, this and Hammerstein, give credit to him.
Yeah.
This was a huge effort. I think 85 was the buyer for second place, for Hammerstein. So, yeah.
84 for Hades. The Dirt Sprinters were on display yesterday as well. Big upset in the Swale with Frankie's Empire.
Yes.
And this was a huge exacta, the 2 longest shots on the board.
I don't know where this horse came from. Well, I know where he came from. He came from Parks, and this was a huge, huge effort. He did it, beat them all on the square here.
Absolutely, and then it was really cool to see Safi get our Harper Rose back going, and she was good.
She was really good, and she was so cool in the summertime. She put these horses away. She is a little machine. I mean, she's just a tiny. You see how small she is there. But she's game all the time, and you like to see that.
Put it in your notes. I think the rail was pretty good on the main track yesterday. You saw 2 horses in the Swale and there in the Forward Gal that did not figure to be second, and no one could pass them. Just food for thought. TT Pick 3 will rework.
We'll
best bet for you today?
1 Sharp Cookie.
Okay. And my best bet is a little earlier on, Goats on a Tree. Your long shot?
It's prevalence. We'll see if he
Okay.
stays in, but
Yeah.
we'll see. But
We'll see about mine. Same race, but certainly not with the feel for it with script off the turf. So that's us. Pete's upstairs. Got a little more work to do. As you see the rain here, we're off the turf. He'll run you through all the scratches and changes. Happy to have you aboard on a Sunday.